Them being upset with Judge honestly doesn't make any sense. He's like legit the only one trying to get this show on the road. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only, and just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Okay, you guys, we have a statement that we're going to go over. It is apparently from the Goncalves side and the Kernodle side coming together to give a statement about what happened at the court hearing a few days ago. Now, as you guys know, no trial date was set. There's just like a maybe situation happening. And the families are upset and they have every right to be upset. But the way that these news articles are wording things, it seems like they might be upset with the wrong person. Now, I'm going to show you the statement. Of course, we're going to go over it, but the Newsweek article is why my intro is the way that it is, because it literally states, Bryan Kohberger judge angers Idaho murder victims' families. Guys, no. Judge is literally sitting there being like, it's really going to take you 6 more months to get 5% of the evidence in. Is it really going to take you this long to get this done? Do we really need to wait until 2025? Do we really have to wait this long? It's the two sides that are causing this problem. It's not the judge. I understand the judge has his own little set of issues, okay? I get that. But he's literally the one for the past 2 hearings that are trying to push them to get started with this. It is the state and the defense that are literally just picking reasons out their butts to make this last even longer. There's no reason for this to have to go a whole nother year before trial with the prosecution having less than 5% of their discovery left they have to hand over to the defense. There's no reason for it. So if they're truly upset with the judge, and we're going to find that out together reading the statement, then they're not understanding what's happening, or they're getting told wrong information, or they're just so emotionally upset that they're not understanding what's happening in front of them. It's not the judge. The judge, you can see on his face, he's tired of it. He's tired of the excuses. He doesn't want it to go so long. He doesn't want to wait until 2025. He wants this done. He wants the evidence presented. So let's go ahead and go over this statement. Goncalves and Kernodle family statement. Why are victims' families so misunderstood? We just want justice for our loved ones. Everyone around can claim they understand our feelings and sympathize with us, but they never really understand what we want, which is fairly simple. We want communication, we want efficiency in prosecution, we want a court that will make timely decisions, and we want a fair trial. We only want to do this once, the theme of this case. That is the controlling narrative on how decisions are made by all parties. This idea that if we overthink, take more time, delay, second guess, and consider every possible thing, that somehow that will keep the parties from making mistakes is fool's gold. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I agree with that. They were so gung-ho and ready to go last year, and they're not even like, we're finding out now that it was all bullshit. They were not gung-ho and ready to go. The house is not an unnecessary piece of evidence. There is so much here that's still not done. What the hell were they going to present if this actually went to trial in October? What the hell was actually presented at the grand jury? One date of an unfinished cast report? Yeah, that's a freaking problem. The problem is that you can't control what you can't control. Whatever decisions are made during this trial will be reviewed and looked at by other parties, either on appeal or criticism by the public. Damn straight. So why don't we just get on with the case instead of worrying about making mistakes? No shit, because if you've got your dude, if you've got your man dead to rights, if you've got your guy, prove it. Isn't that the whole point? They got to prove it. This illusion by everyone involved that they can control what happens is frustrating. A jury will hear the evidence and return a verdict, but we need to get there sooner rather than later. There is a quote by S.H. Payer in one of his poems that says, "Make a decision as wisely as possible and then forget about it. The moment of absolute certainty never arrives." I really agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. We want to start healing. We do. We want to find justice and try to move on from this horrible tragedy. So please, please start making some decisions, get to work, and quit playing the delay game. I didn't hear a single thing about the judge in that entire statement. This statement is talking about both sides, the prosecution and the defense, both parties. It has nothing to do with the judge. So maybe I'll send an email to the author of this article in Newsweek and ask, where'd you get your headline from? Because the families aren't saying anything about the judge. And if you paid attention in court whatsoever, you'd see that the judge is telling both sides, do you really need this much time? Do you really have to wait this long? Do we really have to push it out that far? Okay, that's been the constant theme here. This title saying that the judge over the case is pissing the families off is inaccurate and untrue. It's the states that's pissing off the families. It's the investigation that's pissing off the families. It's the defense dilly-dallying that's pissing off the families. It's not the judge. The judge wants this trial over with last year, okay? He's literally the only one trying to rush this along so that we can get the evidence presented. The families didn't say a damn thing about the judge in this statement. But I feel their frustrations because that's been the theme too. They just want a trial date. They want all the evidence presented. They want the public to see what the state has because they don't know. It's all a guessing game for the families just as much as it is for us, and that's not fair. We can get over it. It's not fair to them whatsoever. I can talk all the shit that I want to, but in the end, it's not fair to them. And the Goncalveses are only going off the frickin' tracks as much as they are because of all the stupid games going on in this investigation. It's just honestly the hugest mess I think I've ever witnessed in my entire life besides Delphi. And the fact that they're both going on at the exact same time is wild to me. It really makes you wonder how many other cases out there are really this ridiculously screwed up, but we don't have any idea because there's just not enough time in the day. It's really just I don't really know. I don't really have words for it anymore. I've been trying to figure out the best way to describe what's happening besides just a big, cluster F. So that's really the only way that I can describe it. It's a huge cluster F. I really feel bad for the families. They deserve more than this. They deserve better than this. And I know that people are going to be like, oh, well, they don't understand the way that an investigation works and they don't understand how this works. Well, maybe they would if they were told. Maybe they would if the families were actually told something worth a shit sometimes instead of being left in the dust. But I don't know what you guys think about this statement. I don't feel like they said anything about the judge in this. I feel like they're just frustrated in general. And for some reason, Newsweek felt the need to put the judge in the title. And I don't really understand why. I mean, as aggravated as I have been with the judge, I am on his side on this one. He's trying to rush it. He's not the one who the families are upset with. It's pretty clear. But that is it, you guys. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. Go out and try to do some good today. See y'all.